Welcome to Rhythm and Roads Las Vegas. I'm your host, Joshua Jacob. On today's show, we have a very special guest, singer-songwriter Jena Spriggs. So, welcome on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah, a pleasure. And looking forward to hearing your story and just the journey behind your music. But yeah, let's get started on just chapter one on your story of just knowing about you. Where you're from, how did you get started, in singing, and we can go from there.
All right. I am from Riverton, Wyoming. I'm born and raised here. Um, I I started singing, well, probably probably since I can remember. I always sang. And then I started performing when I was 9.
Wow. Okay.
Yep, my mom signed me up for like a dancing group here in town, and I that's where I started singing, and I asked them if I could sing in between dances when everybody was getting ready and all that. And so I just did like the little karaoke and stuff. That's all
Oh, that's
I started
cool.
out with.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I was super nervous about it. When I was just so young, but it was just something that like I knew I had to do to get over my fear
Mhm.
of being in front of people, and so yeah, I've been performing ever since. And then I think I was like in 7th grade, middle school. They offered guitar lessons, and I really wasn't interested in learning guitar. My one of my best friends was learning. She was going to learn guitar. She was going to take the class, and so
Mhm.
I thought, well, maybe I'll go ahead and do it too, so yeah, that I ended up taking it throughout middle school and high school, and um, probably wasn't until high school that I started being interested in writing songs, and it was definitely pretty tough for me
Oh,
there
I
for a long
bet.
time, and it still is hard for me.
It's hard. Yeah, I've
It
tried it.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, good Lord.
Yeah, and so I give up here and there, but I would always be drawn back to it. Like,
Mm.
so I just kept trying and trying. And it's just funny because I just thought it was something that was a gift that people just automatically had.
Right.
And
They wake up and the song of the hits already out.
yeah, I guess.
Something like that. Yeah.
And then I realized like, oh no, there's techniques, there's crafts, there's
Mm.
tips and tricks that you can learn.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I just searched around on YouTube, and then I just kept practicing and doing different exercises. And I took a course, an online course with the Berkeley Music Institute.
Whoa, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah, anyone can do it. It was just a short little 30-day course you can do. So, and that was super helpful. And yeah, and I just feel like I'm getting better the more I put that creative flow and at work, and um I still struggle a lot at times, but it's super fun,
Yeah.
and it's so exciting when you finish a song and you love it, it's
Right.
something that
Yeah.
you love. Like,
Of
yeah.
course. Yeah. It's something that you worked hard for and you see the after product of it. You're just like, whoa, this is
Yeah.
awesome. Just
Yeah, and I never thought that I would write songs. I just never did. I was always interested in singing, and but yeah, and like now that I've accomplished writing the few that I have, it's just been so rewarding and wonderful. Irregardless of how many streams I have, like,
you
it's
love
just
what
in
you do.
I
Yeah.
do. It's something that's in my soul, and I love it, and I
You're
love
very,
expressing myself.
yeah. Yeah, and you're very seems like you're very passionate about it, and that's what like with Rhythm and Roads, I mean, I don't have much of followers, but I love what I do. I love this. And
Yeah.
that's the thing is I mean, if it gets there, great. If it doesn't, I'm okay with still doing interviews because
Right.
everyone has a story and your story matters and just this story today of you is going to inspire someone out there, including me. But
Yep. Yep.
I just love the fact that you're just, keep doing it, love what you do, and your video that I posted, it just it's so cool to see you do this. You know what I mean? With the
Well,
music
thank
video,
you.
with the fire, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, is there fireworks too in this video? Like,
Well, thank you.
yeah, no problem. But yeah, keep going.
And
I wish I
so
had
yeah.
coffee to go with this.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and so I I've always had it in my mind to go record. You know, I have my own grandma on my dad's side. Was involved in music, and she had a little album
Oh,
out, you know,
cool.
and she did like traditional like Hispanic music, and
Okay.
she played all around like Las Vegas, New Mexico and stuff. And you know, I have this CD of hers that I'll have forever. She's no longer, you know, with us anymore, but and I've always thought about that, like how wonderful to have my music recorded. And you know, regardless where it goes, it's cool to have something for your kids to look back on, or your grandchildren, or
Right.
whatever, you
Yeah, of
know.
course.
And so
Yeah.
yeah, I always had it in my mind, like one of these days I'm gonna get all these songs fully produced, and you know, and put them out there on Spotify or whatever. And yeah, I finally you know, I searched around because I'm in Wyoming. There's not a lot to offer. Like, and when
There's
you,
not?
no, there's no, unfortunately. I mean, you know, I searched around. I searched around like Utah. I looked in Colorado, and I just kind of like was looking on Google, but this one place in particular caught my attention because it wasn't just a recording studio. It was like full on, like we give like artist development classes. We give workshops for if learn how to move on stage. They do guitar lessons, vocal lessons,
Whoa.
and
Wow.
anything you can think of. And so yeah, I found this place and I followed them. They're called Performance High, and so they're out of Denver. And so yeah, I followed them on Instagram for a long time, and I seen all the stuff that they were doing with their clients. And then they do like showcases every so often too, you know, throughout the year to showcase their clients.
Hmm.
And so I'm like, this is cool. This is such a cool vibe. You could just feel it, you know, it just was neat, you know. And um, so I thought I finally got the guts and nerve to to email them and get scheduled in to go record. And um, but yeah, it was just a wonderful experience. And um, it's just put the fire in me to want to write more
Nice.
and push myself more.
Hmm.
Um, and so, yeah, I hope to be in the studio again here sometime soon and start recording some new stuff too. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Well, before we get into the new stuff, let's talk about your songs prior. So, what was the first song that you started recording? I guess your first single.
So, you know, when I went in there, we kind of just recorded. We got it done quick. Like we went through all of them, I feel like. And I feel like my first single that came out though, like, because I had them all finished by the time I was ready to put out the music or whatever. And so, but my first single was "Lying," and it's funny because I wasn't crazy about that song, and I think we're our worst critics, you know, like it's so
Yeah, it's
hard, like,
true. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, but you know, the producer's like, why don't you want to do it? He's like, I think it's fine. I think it's good. Like, let's just do it, whatever, you know. And you know, and when you hear it fully produced too, and it totally changes the dynamic and the feel and everything. And when you're working with somebody too that you click with too, that just makes a difference. And um, but yeah, that was my first song that I came out with. Um and I've learned I've ended up liking that song a lot more. You know, it's just kind of funny. And it seems like it seems like it's one of those songs that people seem to really like too. And I would have never thought because it wasn't one I just absolutely
Right.
fell in love with. But
And that's
yeah.
usually what happens is usually the ones that we don't really care for of our own work. Someone else is going to be like, "Oh my God, this is the best thing you ever done." I'm like,
Yeah,
"Really?"
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
get out of here. You're
Yeah.
just
And
saying
you're
that.
like,
No, no,
really?
for real. And I never.
What?
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. No. But yeah, and then and like I have certain songs that like they're not all about me. They're not all like my experiences. They might be experiences that maybe I seen somebody that I care about go through. Um and then there are some that do with me.
Hmm.
Um but a lot of times I don't know, sometimes I'll take a song and maybe the chorus is like from my heart, and that was me. That was my me expressing this situation that happened and how I felt about it. But then like the lyrics to the verse, were something I made up because I had to make a story around it. It wasn't exactly what went on with me, and so yeah, they're not always all about me, but
Oh, that's
but
too
yeah, I'm
bad.
always trying to search for inspiration
Yeah.
everywhere, or like yeah. I'm one of those people. I feel for people. I feel, you know, like I feel like I'm a pretty emotional person. And so like if I see somebody feeling something too, I'm gonna feel it automatically, which
Wow.
sometimes I feel like is a curse. But it's like I'm gonna write about it. They might not know I'm writing about this, but
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I'm the same way. I mean, there's times where I get, if someone's having a hard day, it affects me. I'm emotional at times too. Or, yeah. So I understand what you're saying. And I feel like you're blessed with that because you connect more. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yep. And that's what I love about music is I love the connection, the human connection, because I'm
Yeah.
not an outgoing person.
Oh, you're not?
I'm
Oh,
not. No, I I'm just kind of an introvert. I can be, like if I get to know you, I'll let you see who I am, whatever. But like, yeah,
you're
I
more
kind of keep
reserved.
to I'm a little more reserved.
Yeah.
Um, but like with music, I love that we can connect and will like somebody could feel what I'm feeling or whatever, and like or they know like I know how you're feeling right now, I know what you're going through or whatever, and
Right.
yeah, and that connection that you have even when you perform and stuff with an audience, like
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
it's a wonderful it's
Well,
a
I bet.
wonderful feeling.
Yeah. Um, well, so the song, you want to talk about one of your songs, the title, and because I know you mentioned when you were in the studio just recording, but do you have a particular song that you like to talk about?
um it's funny, like I'm really private kind of, but I'll talk about like Insomnia because that was a song that was inspired by some things that my family and I went through.
Mm.
Unfortunately, um like well, I lost a brother in 1998, so I was 11 years old then.
Oh man, I'm
Um,
sorry.
and I'm pretty young. I was pretty young there,
Wow.
but it still affected me
Of course.
very much, and and the devastation that brought, and and how it kind of made me just how I was just in life, just the anxiety that it kind of brought me, and then later on when I was 23, like 2009, I lost another brother, to cancer.
Really?
And
Wow.
so yeah, it was just very devastating to feel like you're going through this grief, like, you know, you feel like it's often, um, and how to deal with it. And so like Insomnia was one of those songs that I just had to express. I had to get that out of me, and because the pain you see that affected the whole family, and
Yeah.
we live in a small town too, so I mean, there's lots of friends, and it affects when somebody in a small town goes through something, it affects a lot of people in that
Yeah.
town, and Um, but yeah, that was just one of those songs that just it means a lot to me.
Wow.
And um, it was amazing how fast I wrote it. I can't say how long it took me per se, but like I do remember it being a short time, and I was just I there was so much feeling and things that I had to say and
Yeah.
wanted to get out of me. And so um yeah, it was just one of those things that yeah, it's just it that song means so much to me, and it means a lot to my family. And so yeah, that was kind of one of those songs, I guess, that I would say, yeah, it had to do with my feelings and my experience and my family's experience.
Well, I really appreciate you sharing that. I mean, that's not easy a subject to actually talk about loss of
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
And I take it you don't share this often.
I no, I don't. And I
Yeah.
and I feel like it's kind of weird that like I brought that up now, but it's like I guess it was one of those songs though that I did want to share. I want to share because it does with me. It does with the feeling that I have in my family and the people
Yeah.
that I care about, and the people that I lost. And but yeah, I guess it was just one of those things that I just wanted to share why an example of a song that I guess that did do with me.
Yeah. No, yeah, thank you for sharing your single on that song. Insomnia, right? Insomnia?
Yeah,
Yeah,
insomnia.
Insomnia. Okay. And it's on Apple, Spotify.
Yep, on all streaming platforms.
Okay. Yeah,
Yep.
no, yeah. And that's see, before you shared that, probably a lot of people didn't even know it was your story or just something you went through, right, with family and loss
Yeah.
of life. So now that we know that story, it's like, wow, we would
Yeah.
definitely take another listen to it.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing about songwriting and music is you can write something for other people to connect with that they're
Hmm.
going through. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And that's it's like you don't it's like we're communicating, but in a way
Right.
it's through music. It's not like we are right now. It's more like I connected through her words on her song because of what
Yep.
she wrote, and that's how I felt. That
Hmm.
certain time of her life at this age, I went through that going through that, or you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah. Yep.
a lot of people share the same experiences at times. Some do, you know. And
Yeah, we do. We do. Unfortunately, yeah, there's a lot of painful things we go through, but there's a lot of wonderful things we go through too. And, like, I feel like these songs that I have out now, I, I guess I kind of gravitated to singing about the sadder things or things that, could make you angry or whatever. But I guess it's just one of those things that I just had to express during those times of writing those.
no, of course, yeah. And there's a time for everything of doing that. So I'm glad that you did it at that time, to
Yeah.
express that emotion. So,
Yeah.
and it's part of healing too.
It definitely is
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, now that we shared the songs that you have out, what's next for Jenna Spriggs in the future of songwriting or your new
Uh,
music coming out?
I haven't gone and recorded anything yet, but I'm just working on writing things and perfecting things and um just making them just right for me, I guess. But who knows? I guess I'm just kind of going with the flow. Whatever opportunities come up, I try to perform where I can. And yeah, I'm open to so many opportunities, and I'm going with the flow, whatever happens.
Hey, that's totally fine.
And I'm just
Sometimes
enjoying it.
yeah,
Yeah.
enjoy the ride.
Yeah, exactly.
Enjoy the journey and just enjoy just letting things come to you at times.
Yeah.
It's not always us running to it and chasing it. Sometimes the best opportunities is just letting go and just let things come naturally with, what's meant for you will find you. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, for
And I'm not
sure.
saying don't do any work and putting in work at all,
Right.
but sometimes just take a enjoy just the small moments of life,
Yeah.
do what you can and then let your faith open the bigger doors that will open, and the ones that are
Yep.
not meant to open, well, they're for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Exactly. Yep.
but yeah, I'm excited to even see your music video because I know we posted a video of you with their little fire there. I was like, oh, this is
Yeah.
so cool. Great work with your friend who's a videographer and doing that.
Yeah.
And what song is that we're hearing?
That song was called Don't Know Why I Try.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. And that one's definitely one of my favorite songs too. I don't know why, but it just is.
It's catchy. I like it. Yeah, it's
Well,
cool.
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. And that one's of course available Apple Music, Spotify, and everything else.
Yep. Yep. I
Cool.
have 7 songs available.
Seven.
Yep.
Great.
Yep.
Cool. So do you plan on using that seven to create an album in the future?
So I put it all together in an EP. So I did do
Yeah.
some singles throughout 2025. I just released them sporadically through the year. And then in September, I just released the whole 7 on an EP, which
Okay.
had 2 extra songs out there that weren't singles or whatever.
Okay.
So people hadn't heard them yet. So yeah. So yep, this last September, I released that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I want to ask you something I always like to ask musicians this or singers, like what artist out there inspires you as an artist?
Gosh,
I mean,
there's
I know
so
yeah, there's so
many.
many.
There's
I
too
know,
many.
but like, is there a particular one that you're just like, oh, I love her voice. I love it.
Well, and it's funny because I'm such a mix of different genres. Like I am on a Chris Stapleton kick. I love Chris
Oh, do
Stapleton.
you?
I
Okay.
love the soul he's got, and
Wow.
I love that he's a writer. Um, yeah, I absolutely love Chris Stapleton. But then I love like people like Lady Gaga. I love her. Like,
Okay.
I love
Yeah.
how she's just, you know, she's a little more artsy and in the fashion and all that stuff. And yeah, I love what she does. I love Michael Jackson. Um, I love Celine Dion. Like I just like
Yeah,
a
you're all
huge
over.
variety,
Great.
like
That's good. No,
yeah.
yeah, I'm glad that you're open to a lot of different genres of music. So,
Oh yeah. Yep.
yeah. I was hoping because I mean, for me, I'm a musician. I play drums.
Oh,
But for me, I love different genres of just variety. You learn from so much artists, even
you
back
do.
when David Bowie, Brian Ferry from Roxy Music. I mean, you can
Yeah.
go on. Yeah, Michael Jackson and all the greats.
Yeah. Yeah.
But just certain each one had its unique skills of what they can bring to the
Oh
music
yeah.
industry. And a lot of people today learn from them.
Oh yeah. And that's what's so fun about music because everybody brings something different,
That's right. Yeah.
And that's what's been fun about like getting involved in music too, because I've met a lot of cool musicians
Oh,
and
I
stuff,
bet you have. Yeah.
and like, and so yeah, it's really neat to see what everybody brings, and it's I don't know, it's never like this competition, like it's just more like we support each other, we're
Yeah.
all out here doing the same thing, trying to do the same thing, and yeah, it's just cool, it's really
Yeah.
cool.
No, it's really cool. I agree. It's very cool. But before we close on this episode, how can the viewers follow you and stay updated on Jena Spriggs?
Well, you can follow me on Facebook and you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I do have a YouTube. I'm still kind of working on getting stuff out there a little more on YouTube, but there is stuff, a few things out there on YouTube. I do have one music video on YouTube right now, so
Oh, cool.
so
All
you can
right.
check that one out. That one's Killer Love. That's a pretty fun
Ooh.
uh, little video we did too.
Okay.
So yeah, you'll have to check that out.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing that. And I'll definitely put the links below so the viewers and fans can continue to follow you and start following you. And for those that like to share their story on Rhythm and Roads Las Vegas, my Instagram is Joshua Jacob Official. Feel free to send me a message, and I'd love to have you share your story as well, because I believe every story matters and every story can impact someone's life out there that needs a little bit of inspiration. And I really believe that. And I know that for my story, God has really opened doors for me to have this for others, people to have a platform because you have a voice and your voice matters to share your story. So you're always welcome. But thank you, Jena Spriggs. I appreciate your time coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and we look forward to hearing your new music coming out in the future and seeing that music video uh be done so we could see that part.
I
But
know.
but you know, when the time will come and we'll be like, "Oh, there it is."
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Thank you, Jenna Spriggs, for coming on. And well, this is Joshua Jacob, Rhythm and Roads, Las Vegas.